What's good, everybody? It is Ace back with another props video for you guys. Yesterday on the YouTube channel we went 2-2, but in the Discord we went 6-2. So remember, I don't post all my plays on YouTube. I just post, you know, the early ones, the few early ones that I get in. But yeah, it sucked because we posted the two losses were our only losses of the day. 6-2 in the Discord, and we also went 8-0 on our leans. So we swept all of our lean props, which are like gut plays basically. We went 8-0 on those. And yeah, Curry under 4.5 rebounds cash. That was our only PrizePicks prop yesterday that I gave out on the channel. That cash easily, wasn't even close. So yeah, we cashed that out. We went 5-0 on PrizePicks yesterday too, and we're cashing every single platform. We went 5-0 on PrizePicks. I know the majority of you guys are on PrizePicks. So remember, if you guys want all of my plays, you guys got to join the Discord. Only $15 a month. You get all my plays, all my write-ups, all my reasoning every single day. And the Discord link is in my Twitter bio. A lot of you have been asking for the Discord link. It's in my Twitter bio at RealAcePicks on Twitter. So make sure you guys go in there, join the Discord, hit me up on Discord if you guys want to join. I've had a ton of you guys join from YouTube, so I'm appreciating all the YouTube love. A ton of you guys have been joining from YouTube, and you guys have been cashing the last few days that I've started this channel. So I love to hear that. But let's get right into the plays. So our first play is going to be Halliburton under 3.5 threes. So let's look at why. Halliburton under 3.5 threes. So the Indiana Pacers recently, they've changed their lineup, their starting lineup, and they've dealt with some injuries in this span too, but they've changed their lineup. They've started starting Nesmith, Jalen Smith, and Miles Turner, which they've always started Miles Turner, but where is Miles Turner? There he is. And recently they benched Buddy Hield, and also Bruce Brown has been out with an injury. He is questionable for this game, so we might play. So we're gonna look at both splits with him off the court and him on the court. But with this new lineup and the injury to Bruce Brown, if we look at per 36 minutes, Tyrese Halliburton is only averaging 2.06 threes per 36 minutes with this new lineup. So this lineup has not been benefiting him in the three-point department recently. That's clearly for display right there. And if Bruce Brown does play, if we look at his logs with Bruce Brown, we're going to have to get rid of Jalen Smith because he won't be starting. With Nesmith, Brown, and Miles Turner on the court and Buddy Hield off the court, Halliburton is only averaging 2.79 threes per game. So that goes up like by 0.75, but still that is nowhere near 4 because he's going to need to get 4 to chalk or under because we're taking it under. So 2.83s with this lineup, that's nowhere near the 4. So I'm liking that a lot. And let's look at his logs recently. And specifically at home games, because this is a home game for the Indiana Pacers. He has actually been a way better scorer on the road. He's averaging almost 2.5 points more per game on the road, and his threes, he's only averaging 3 threes per game at home, while he's averaging 4.2 on the road. So he's been way less shooting volume for him at home, and way less threes per game at home, only 3. And if we look at his last few games, he's gone under in his last 10 out of 12 games with this prop. And if we look specifically versus the Bucks, his only cash was the first time he played the Bucks, and Damian Lillard was not playing in this game. This was also an in-season tournament game where Halliburton peaked. He was going crazy in the in-season tournament. But in his last 3 games against the Bucks, he's gone under in 3 straight, and he's averaging 2.5 threes per game against the Bucks this season in 4 games. So that's a lot of data. We look at the matchup specifically. In the last 30 days, the Milwaukee Bucks are allowing the 7th least threes per game to point guards. So this is a very bad matchup for Halliburton. And also, if we look at point guards with 25 plus usage and 30 plus minutes against the Bucks, there have been 14 point guards. This is counting DeJounte Murray as a point guard, which he obviously isn't because Trey played and Trey's a point guard. But out of the 14 point guards on this list that have gotten those 25 plus usage and 30 plus minutes, which Halliburton gets himself, only 2 of these 14 point guards have gone over that 3.5 threes line. And that was Trae Young and that was Luka Doncic. Halliburton has actually played the Bucks twice with while getting 25 plus usage and 30 plus minutes, and he had only 1 3 in both of those games, and those were on the road where he shoots way better. So I'm loving this line. I love the hit rate. I love the matchup. I love everything about it. And also, this line is currently minus 130 or higher on every single sports book. If you're an odds guy, I know I'm an odds guy too, but Yeah, minus 130 or higher on every single sports book. So this will probably be taken off by the time the game starts. Let's look at our second PrizePicks prop. Oops. It's going to be Jalen Duren over 24.5 PR. So Jalen Duren has recently come back from injury. He's played 4 games since coming back from injury. And in his last 4 games since returning, he has cleared this line in all 4 out of 4 of his games since returning from injury. And if we look at specifically his game logs without Isaiah Stewart, this season without Isaiah Stewart, he's gone over in all 3 out of 3 games since we're coming back from injury and playing without Isaiah Stewart, averaging 29.7 PR per game in that span. So that's great. He's been clearing this line easily. And also he catches the Utah Jazz here, who are starting John Collins at center. The Utah Jazz are starting John Collins at center. Both John Collins and Laurie have not been the best at guarding the restricted area and the paint in their last 10 games. And neither have the strength to keep up with Duren. I'm surprised that they're not starting Walker Kessler. They've been keeping him off the, playing him off the bench. And yeah, John Collins is not going to be able to guard Duren. Neither is Laurie. So this is a great matchup. If we look at centers, centers with 30 plus minutes game logs versus the Jazz this season. Centers have been killing this line. Bam just had 44 PR. Isaiah Stewart's not a center. Sabonis just had 30. Zubac had 30 PR. Ayton's trash. Gobert had 28. Nurkic 30. Ayton had 32 earlier this season. Biyombo had 30 PR. Like point guard, or not point guards. Centers have been feasting on the Jazz, and I expect Jalen Duren to do the same as well. If we look at Jalen Duren's lineup, or Jalen Duren's stats with the current lineup that the Pistons have been starting, it's been Cade, Ivy, Bogdanovich, and Knox that they have been starting, and without Isaiah Stewart, of course, because he is out. If you look at Jalen Duren's per minute stats with this lineup, he's averaging 0.55 points per minute. So if we times that by 30, that is 16.5 points. And if we look at his rebounds, he's been getting 0.39 per minute. So if we times that by 30 as well, that's 11.7. If we combine those two, that is going to be 28.2 PR per 30 minutes. Jalen Duren has played 30 plus minutes in every single game since returning from injury, except for last game, where he only played 22 minutes because this was a huge blowout, as you can see. And also he was getting in a little bit of a foul trouble, but it was a huge blowout and he still cleared this line, guys. He had 26 PR in 22 minutes. He cleared this line even while playing only 22 minutes. And he's been getting 30 plus minutes consistently since returning. This was an outlier, obviously, because it was a blowout. So he should be able to get 30 plus minutes for sure if this isn't a blowout. And he might even get 34, 33 minutes. So I'm loving those per minute stats with the new lineup, and I love the matchup and love the hit rate. So I'm liking those two a lot on PrizePicks. I expect Duren to be bumped as well. Let's look at our next prop. This is currently only on Underdog, Sleeper, and Chalkboard. They have not added this prop to PrizePicks yet, and I doubt they will at the line that I'm going to get this at. So Malik Beasley is a player that I've bet on a ton this season, and I've noticed something while betting on him is that he is way better on the road. Like significantly better, and I'm going to show you here. On the road, he is averaging basically 14 points per game, and at home he's averaging only 10 points per game. That is a 4-point discrepancy, which is huge discrepancy. He's also averaged less minutes on the road, which I'm assuming a lot of those games were earlier in the season, and his home games. He's played a ton of home games recently, and he's been getting more minutes with Jay Crowder being out, so that's why he's averaging 3.5 less minutes on the road. But he's averaging 3.5 less minutes on the road, but averaging 4 more points per game in that span. So that's just absolutely insane. That goes to show you how much more he's relied upon on the road and how better he is on the road as well. His 3-point percentage in road games is 52.5. That's insane. Yes, you read that right, guys. 52.5. So let's look at his road games specifically without Jay Crowder, because that's when he started to get his minutes boost, was when Jay Crowder was out. He's gone over this line in 8 out of 10 road games without Jay Crowder, averaging basically 16 points per game in that span. And if we look specifically at games where he gets 25 plus minutes, he is over in 7 out of 7 road games without Crowder when getting 25 plus minutes, averaging 19 points per game, which is almost nearly double the prop that we're getting him at. And if we look at the matchup specifically, in the last 30 days, the Pacers are allowing the most points to point guard or to shooting guards, the most points per game to shooting guards. And he just played the Pacers 2 days ago at home, and we've seen how significantly worse he is at home. And he still had 12 points. So he still cleared this line at home against them 2 days ago. Now he catches them on the road where he's been way better. I'm loving that. I'm loving his minutes. I'm loving his hit rate. I love all of that. So for our last two props of the day, these are both going to be Chalkboard alt lines. Remember, guys, we've been killing Chalkboard. If you guys aren't on Chalkboard already, use code ACE when you sign up at checkout. When you first deposit, you're going to get 100% deposit match up to $100, and you're going to get 2 free months of premium. If you guys DM me proof that you use my Chalkboard code, I will give you guys 2 free months of premium. So that's an insane deal. You can deposit $10 if you want to with my code, and you would get 2 free months of premium. So yeah, make sure you guys take advantage of that. Their alt lines are insanely advantageous. I love using that app. And let's get into our 2 Chalkboard alt lines. So our first one is going to be Cade over 6.5 assists. And if we look specifically at Cade's game logs with Jalen Duren and with Bogdanovic, which haven't been much this season, both Duren and Bogdanovic have been dealing with injuries. But if we look at both of them being healthy, Cade has gone over this alt line in 5 out of 6 games. And he's averaging 9.5 assists per game with Duren and Bogdanovic playing. That's absolutely insane. He's averaging almost 10 per game. That's crazy. And if we look specifically, the Pistons, they also have a new lineup. We talked about that with Duren. They've been starting Bogdanovic, Ivy, Cade, Duren, and Kevin Knox. And with Isaiah Stewart off of the court per 36 minutes, which Cade has been getting consistently 36 minutes around that, Cade is averaging 8.75 assists per 36 minutes with this new lineup. And with Kevin Knox playing as well, he's been getting 9.5 assists per 36 minutes with Bogdanovic, Ivy, Duren, Knox, and then off the court, Isaiah Stewart. So with this new lineup, he's benefited insanely in the assist department. And if we look at his last 3 games, which have all been without Isaiah Stewart, so that's why we're looking at last 3 games, Cade is averaging 18 potential assists, and he's turned those 18 into 10.3 assists per game. So, of course, we saw the new lineup has been benefiting him extremely, especially in the potential assists and the assist department. And if we look at the matchup in the last 30 days, the Jazz are allowing the most assists to point guards per game. And if we look at season stats, the whole season, they are also allowing the most assists per game to point guards. So this is just an amazing matchup all around. And also, if we look at point guards with 25 plus usage, with Cade has been getting like 30 or 25 to 30-ish, and 30 plus minutes game logs versus the Jazz this season, 5 straight point guards have gone over this alt line, over 6.5 assists, and one of them is actually Cade Cunningham. He just played the Jazz about 2 weeks ago, and he had 10 assists without Jalen Duren, and he's gotten way more assists with Duren in the lineup. So yeah, I'm loving this prop. The hit rate is there, the head-to-head is there, the new lineup is helping him a ton, and yeah, you just can't ask for a better prop with that. And for our last Chalkboard alt line, it's going to be Tyler Hero over 2.5 threes. So Jimmy Butler just returned back to the lineup, just came back to the lineup, and he got injured already. So if we look at Hero's game logs without Butler this season, he's gone over this alt line in all 6 out of 6 games without Butler, averaging 4.3 threes per game in that span. So he's benefited a ton from Butler being out of the lineup, which makes sense. And if we look at this new lineup for the Miami Heat, so Butler is out for this game, and so is Haywood Highsmith. Both those players are out for this game. And if we look at Heroes with Bam Adebayo on the court, with Jaime Jaquez on the court, and with Kyle Lowry on the court, with Butler and Highsmith out, Hero is averaging 4.5 threes per 36 minutes with this new lineup that's going to be played with today. 4.5 threes. That is insane. And if we look specifically with just Butler out this season, Hero is averaging 9 3-point attempts per game with Butler out, and he's averaging a 50.5% 3-point percentage in that span. So that's absolutely crazy. And if we look more at the matchup, The Lakers are allowing the 7th highest 3-point percentage against above the break threes, which are basically threes that aren't from the corner. That's where Hero gets a bulk of his threes. They're allowing the 7th highest 3-point percentage. So an advantageous matchup. He's hitting every single game without Butler. I'm loving that alt line. So yeah, 5 props for you guys. We have Halliburton under 3.5 threes, which is our only under for today. Duran over 24.5 PR. And then on Sleeper Underdog Chalkboard, we have Malik Beasley over 11.5 points. And then for our 2 Chalkboard alt lines, that is Cade over 6.5 assists and Hero over 2.5 threes. So if you guys enjoyed the video, like the write-ups, like the reasoning, make sure you hit that like button and comment down below what you're tailing. I'm interested to see what you guys like from these 5 props. And yeah, remember guys, if you're not in the Discord, I'm posting all my plays every single day. Like I only went 2-2 on YouTube yesterday, but I went 6-2 in the Discord and 8-0 on leans. So like if you guys want every single play, then join the Discord. Only $15 a month. The Discord link is in my Twitter bio at PrizePicks. So make sure you guys join. I promise you, you're going to love you're gonna love what you're getting. I'm researching every single day for hours, putting in the work. You guys see the work. And also for our last video, my last video that I posted, that is I just checked, that's the video that has gotten me the most views and the most likes on my whole channel. I just started this channel a week ago, so I'm very happy with the progress. We already hit 100 subscribers, which is crazy for me because I just started my channel. So like that's just crazy for me. I'm very happy that you guys are liking the work that I put in and the research that I've put in. So yeah guys, remember, you want all the props, join the Discord. And if you guys are tailing, leave a like, comment down below what you're tailing. I'm very excited to hear about it. And yeah, those are my 5 props for today. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Good luck. Deuces.